Could Mexico be the next Benghazi? Congressman Michael McCall is warning us because U.S. agents are helping Mexican police go after the most violent drug cartels, and yet our agents are not allowed to carry weapons in Mexico. Congressman McCall joins us. Why not?
Well, you know, officially they can't under a treaty that was signed by the United States and Mexico. Unofficially, they do what they have to do to protect themselves. But there's no clarity in the policy, and I think it needs to be clear so our agents can protect themselves. We had 3 consular officers killed in Juarez. We had ICE agents, Zapata and Avila, killed, or 1 killed and 1 wounded in an ambush by the Los Zetas in a U.S. Embassy vehicle. And just this year, CIA agents ambushed
by police.
By 14 Mexican federal police officers. 150 rounds fired at them. And the 2 agents were wounded in the process. Now they are indicted and charged with murder, and everything now links to the cartels being behind that, telling that they showed up with AK-47s, which they use, in plain clothes and private cars, even though they were on duty that day.
All right, when I was done, and we took on the record down in Mexico, and we traveled around some ATF agents, and we had to travel in armored cars. And supposedly they were not armed, but because it's so painfully dangerous for our people down there, we were told that the police are so corrupt in Mexico that the Calderon, then President Calderon, had to bring in the military to get rid of the police to try to bring some sort of law and order to there. But the country was replete with the most incredible violence and corruption, and now our people are helping them, but are unarmed.
Yeah, and when I was in Juarez, same protections we had in Afghanistan to show you how violent it really is. And, you know, the host country needs to protect our diplomats and our agents, just like in Benghazi, the failure there. And we can't really afford to have a Benghazi situation happen right next door, just south of us in Mexico. And I'm very concerned with these trends, with these ambushes on our agents and diplomats. That's the next thing to happen.
Have they asked to carry weapons, or have they asked for more security for themselves?
Well, if you talk to the agents you know, without the lines of authority, of course, and many of them do to protect themselves. But they're really outgunned by AK-47s. Every time they get an ambush, it's 10 guys, 14 guys with AK-47s shooting at the vehicles, and they're really outgunned, and it's very difficult to respond to that. So, look, we got to work with Mexico to eradicate these cartels, but they got to be protected down there.
Are we winning this war, though, with this war on the cartels? I mean, and this is right next door. This is not way over in Syria or way over in Afghanistan. Right. This is, you know, I was just in El Paso last weekend, and we could have walked across the border. I mean, this is right next door to our country. Are we winning this war against these cartels?
It's debatable, and I think, you know, I went down to the president's inauguration in Mexico. Talked to some of their cabinet officers. They want to secure their southern border for the first time. They want to go after money laundering cases and against the banks, which is very significant. But, you know, the jury's still out on the new administration. I think there's a new opportunity for us to work with them as well. As a new chairman incoming on Homeland Security, though, I can tell you, one of my big priorities is going to be to secure that border.
Well, all you have to do is Google Mexico and cartel every night, and you read how many people were murdered, and it's like innocent people beheaded, their hearts cut out of them, they're hanging from bridges. I mean, just the worst torture you can imagine. And it's every single day if you just Google. But I'm going to take the last word on that. Congressman, thanks, sir.
Thanks so much.
Coming up, there's